Getting this started here. Let's see. Get this going. Sometimes it takes a minute for the thing to show up. Hello, hello. How's the sound on this? Oh, come on. Show up, ZBrush. My ZBrush is not, or my post isn't showing up on Pixologic. I don't know what's going on. It's taking a minute. If I reload the whole thing. How you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. Another Monday stream. What if I can just go straight to Pixologic? See if it's showing up there. There it is. All right. Found it. Hello, hello. All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. And share to a page. Not to a story. They change this every single week, I swear. Okay. There we go. All right. We are good to go. So, this is kind of where we left off last, not last Monday because it was a holiday, but the one before that. So, I was thinking about taking this guy, just kind of finishing him up a little bit, like giving him some color, and then starting a new one. What do you guys think about that? And the one I was thinking about doing was, I was working on this guy, which is off the same sheet. So let me show you. Let's see. I'll open that up because it is hilarious. This whole page, I could sculpt every one of these guys. Oh, come on. This guy. So yeah, these are all just fantastic. They're all done by Josh Black. I really, really like all of them. So I could just kind of pick whichever one. I like this guy because of how skinny he is, how thin his face is. I thought I would sculpt that guy next. A lot of fun. All right. So with this guy, he's almost there. He's still split into separate pieces like this, and he's still sculptress. Hey Neil. Oh, your PC's died. Trying to watch on your dated P. Oh, geez. Sorry about that, Neil. That sucks. Hey, what's up, Sumerian? You love the mustache guy? Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. He's awesome, right? He's great. Just super, like... Yeah, I like his shapes. Yeah, and this girl's great, and this guy, like this huge nose on there. And then this... Yeah, they're all great. They're all really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna merge him all together and see what we can do as far as, because I think every piece is Sculptress Pro right now. Yep. So I want to merge all these together and then Z-remesh them and combine them together, see what we get. So let's do that, just so you guys can see how I do it. Since this is saved, I'm just going to start merging these together. Merge down. Let's see, merge. I don't want to merge with, I want to merge with the head, but not with the teeth. I want to keep the teeth. And I think, yeah, this one is dynamic. Get rid of the subdivision levels on these eyelids. Merge those down as well. Okay. It's so hard to watch you work while you're doing your own work at the same time. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, these all merged together. And let's check our densities. So they're not too bad. They're pretty close. I try and check to see how dense the connection points are going to be. This one's pretty dense right here. I think it'll still work though. All right, so let's see what we get. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this. Hide the original. You are my density. Right, Tim? Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah, Ian, I have to agree with you there, right? Yeah, this is, yeah, and she has a really interesting, just kind of nondescript face, right? She would be a challenge for sure to make her look appealing with this, because this is kind of cheated, because this side doesn't quite match this side, so I'd have to kind of fill in the gaps there. Hey Omar, how's it going? How long have I been modeling in 3D? Well, I probably about, I'd say 23 years, give or take. And that's like I started with traditional modeling, like in 3D Studio version 4 back in 1997, 96. I'm old. I'm an old guy. Okay. And that's just box modeling. That's before digital sculpting was ever a thing, right? Okay, let's see. I've been doing it for a while. Let's see. I'm gonna go into here and do remesh by union. See how this does. Yeah, pretty good. Just what I expected. Turn symmetry back on, and we are good to go. Now, what we can do is turn Sculptris Pro on, and just kind of smooth these bits out. These areas where it combined together. Whoops. An unrecoverable error is account. Okay, well, crash. That hardly happens on my streams. Okay, well. Do I stream my sculpts for something? No, not really. I just sculpt for fun during my live streams. Okay, so all right. Quick save. Recovered Z tool, recovered document, recovered. Okay. Let's see. All right, it didn't work. Crashed again. Something I did really, it didn't really like. All right. Hey, what's up, Steven? Oh, goodness. Yeah, crash. Okay, so let's try this. Let's do, let's do quick save and go try and load the Z tool. It'll probably crash as well. I haven't really done much, you know, to it. So let's see. I'll probably Decimate. This wallpaper is actually from a wallpaper. It's a thing I bought on Steam, and it's actually animated. So if you watch closely, you can see these clouds floating by. You can set the speed the clouds go by and stuff. I really like it. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's all merged, but it's not. Is it together? I can't tell if this was pre or post. Okay, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to decimate this. This is something that you can do is if you ever have issues with your model just being too high and it's not really, it's slowing your machine down because you have too many triangles, you can go into Decimation Master and decimate this thing. So I'm going to show you what the before and the after is going to look like. Okay, so I'm just going to go into here and I'm going to hit, let's do 35,000 and we'll see what happens to the model. See how well it does. There we go. So now this is all combined and I don't know if it's combined. I'm gonna try 75,000, just a little bit more detail. There we go, it's not combined. So we're gonna combine it now. Okay, so now we're gonna have a much better chance of it not crashing, right? Yeah, Neil, it looks a lot like Monkey Island. Saeed, yeah, you can ask, sure. Okay. So before I do this, I'm gonna hit mirror and weld. So it's gonna mirror the whole thing together. And it'll sometimes give me the cut down the center, but that's okay. What about a retopo for animation purposes? Robbie, that comes at the end. So you'll do the retopologization at the very, very end. But right now, when you're sculpting, you don't need to worry about topology. You just need to worry about your shapes. So you can do that later on. Okay, so right now, I can either do two things at this point. I can either Dynamesh him together, or I can stitch them together using a remesh by union, which I like to do remesh by union because it doesn't rebuild my entire mesh. It will just stitch together the pieces. So if I go auto groups, oh no, that's not true. What's going on? I thought it would put everything into separate groups, but it's not doing that. Let me see what happens if I smooth this down. Okay, it's just it is stitched together already, which is awesome, but it kind of kept these lines, which is interesting to me. But I want to turn on Sculptris Pro so we can kind of rework these areas. I don't have to. I can just kind of, like I showed you, just kind of smooth them out, which is really cool. But I will get some faceting because of the triangles underneath. You can see that. See, that's why I kind of wanted to turn on Sculptris Pro. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn off, let's go down to Sculptris Pro under stroke and turn off adaptive size. And I want to turn this down a little bit. I'm just guessing at this point, but okay, that's pretty good. When I tried to adjust the corners of the eye, its shape falls apart. How can you do it? So I guess I can't really comment on that because I can't see what's falling apart. I don't see what you're referring to, but usually you can use a combination of like the detail brush. For example, see how the corner of his eye right here, it's not looking the best. So here, let's turn the subdivide size up a little bit. There we go. And now I can just come across here with smooth, even smaller. I can come across here with smooth and just kind of smooth this out to give me some triangles to work with first. Okay, and then I can come in with the detail brush and just kind of cut it in. And you can see that it's getting a better eye shape in there. That's usually what I do. All right. Let's smooth this area out right here and right here. Get rid of some of those facets. This ear is kind of getting faceted down there. All right. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to color this guy. Turn these subdivisions up. I don't want it that dense anymore. That's better. I want to tighten these triangles on his neck, but not too much. Maybe that will work. Because when I hide the faces, you can see there's a bunch of faceting happening, and I just want to smooth that out, but not make it really detailed, you know. So Saeed, I don't know if that answers your question or not. Also, Liam asks, what was the biggest obstacle you overcome in terms of sculpting? Well, in the beginning, it was learning the software because I had been sculpting in other programs, not really sculpting, but modeling, character modeling in other programs for years and years. And when it came to digital sculpting, I had to kind of rethink my whole approach and my whole pipeline because it's not the same. You work backwards. So when you're doing regular modeling, like it's called box modeling or just traditional modeling in, say, Maya, you usually start with a box, and then you extrude the faces and then the points, and until you have your character, right? But in ZBrush, it's opposite. So you start with your high resolution mesh, and then you end with a low resolution mesh after you retopologize it. So it's kind of that was my biggest hurdle, was thinking in reverse, trying to figure that out. All right. It's a good question though, thanks. Hey Steven, what really tight shapes? Thanks. What are you sculpting? This is just a guy from I didn't show you the texture here. So this is a I was gonna say Jack Black. I was just watching a Jack Black video where Tony Hawk goes over to his house. So Jack Black's on my mind. This is Joshua Black. So this is my good friend Josh. He did this page of drawings. So this page of drawings right here, and this guy is right here on the top. And yeah, this is really cool. And when I'm done, I'm almost done. I'm just gonna color him, just some easy colors. And when I'm done with him, I'm probably gonna do this letter D guy right here. Maybe I'll do a poll or something to see what you guys want me to do next. But I was gonna do one of these other characters. They're really good. Yeah, the girl's great. The lady's great. They're all awesome. I don't see the only one that would be the most challenging would be G, this guy here. So because I don't have depth information, because it's a perfectly side profile, there's not enough depth here. So that would be the biggest challenge. And his ear is like pushed all the way to the back of his head, which would also be another challenge. To get it to look right in 3D, because his ears would be all the way to the back of his head and look weird. So how do I find my concepts? Well, Josh is a good friend of mine. I follow him on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I commission him to do character designs for me all the time. I worked with him at Disney, and yeah, so I do a lot of his, and I follow a lot of concept artists on Instagram and Pinterest and those kind of places, and I'll just look for them, their past work or their upcoming work, and I also browse ArtStation. Yep. Oh, sorry, Neil. No worries. Thanks for trying though, with your you said an old tablet you're working on. That's crazy. Okay. So now that we have this, let's save it. Yeah, Josh also did this elf. Excuse me. All right. So Josh, let's call this 03. All right. Yeah, he does phenomenal work. He just knows the shapes so well. He just really has a knack for volume and shape and stuff like that. So great stuff. Okay. And I hardly ever do like these comic book type characters, you know, with all these really rigid forms. And I will occasionally, but I haven't done one for a while. And I wanted to, so that's why I chose this concept, is because of the really strong shapes that it had. All right. I don't know why I'm wearing my headphones. I'm not listening to music today. I need to turn it on. I'm just listening to nothing. You know, why not? Hey, big bat. Thank you so much. I'm not intermittent fasting. I appreciate it. I'm actually doing a whole food plant-based diet, which is essentially a vegan diet, but it's more for the nutrition than the saving of animals, although I love animals. So it's been quite the journey, and I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. I drink a lot of smoothies, like this green thing right here. It matches my green shirt. Good thing I'm not doing a green screen right now. I'd be floating. This is my Callahan Auto Parts shirt. I love this shirt. Okay. But yeah, I appreciate you guys noticing. Thank you so much. I've just had too many years of eating poorly, so I'm trying to fix my health. I bought a mountain bike. I've been doing a lot of mountain biking, and Utah is really good for mountain biking. I wonder why this is not. I was expecting this to. Oh, that's why. Spotlight projection. It'll get you every time. Hey, what's up, David? Okay. So I can either just leave it Sculptress Pro right now, and just paint it, which I could do. Let's see. I kind of picture this guy as like this indigo color. Not that much. Like, maybe like this. A little more blue. Kind of like I don't know. That's too Marvel looking, I guess. Oh, Jimmy Levinsky just posted this. I gotta check it out. Jimmy usually visits the streams. Oh, it's kind of dark, hard to see, but it's great. Oh man, Jimmy does great work. Okay. Oh, Jimmy, you're here. Hey, man. Sorry, you heard me gloating over your work. Not gloating. What is it called? Yeah, it looks like I was laughing because it's like Thor on a or not Thor, Thanos on a vegan diet. Yep. Oh man. Oh, you just popped in. Awesome, man. Dude, so Neil just posted, you probably saw, he just posted a link to your yeah, gloating. It's more like me gloating that I know Jimmy. I know Jimmy. Oh goodness. Oh, that's really cool, man. So what is that, Little John, right? So I love it. I would love to see him lit up more so I can see him better. Like your here, I'm gonna pull it down so people can see what I'm looking at. Yeah, see how well lit this guy is. Is this your intention to keep him in the dark so it's like your preview? Is that what you're saying? Just a little preview? Because that's looking awesome. Holy crap. So good. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can I'm gonna start with this color but bring him away from Thanos. So I don't know, he might be a little too purple. Let's go bluish. Yeah, that's better, maybe. So that's the thing, is if your character is not filled with a color, then you can kind of preview it by just changing the color over here and then just rotating it, and it will kind of fill with that color without being filled with that color. Ah, hiding your that's not a bad idea. It's like, look what's coming. Here's my work in progress that you can't really see right now. Oh, you cracked me up. All right. I'm trying to make this this thing roundish a little bit. I should probably cut it off, like slice it. Oh well. All right, so let's fill this for real. I'm still not listening to music. Liam, why are you shouting? Sometimes when I use Sculptress mode, I get cottage cheese effect. Okay, Swiss cheese. When I Dynamesh, it's just a matter of thickening the mesh to avoid this. Yes, yeah, just so basically what's happening is your mesh is too thin, right? Or too small, too shallow, and your Dynamesh resolution is not high enough to describe the surface. So just turn up the settings a little bit, turn up your resolution on your Dynamesh, and it should help out a lot. Okay. So let's fill this. Now, since he's not colored, I'm just kind of making up my own color. I kind of want to go into this area here. I don't know how. Oh, that's cool. Look at those eyes. I kind of like those eyes being teal. Let's fill it. But his teeth, I don't know about his teeth being teal. So I'm going to grab this airbrush. Also, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you guys want my my brushes, including this hard paint brush and this airbrush, I give them away for free over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. It's right above my head. It's right up at the very top there. Let's type that in. So usually you paint like a dark purple on the chin, but with this guy, I'm kind of going reverse. Just wanted to try it. And then I want to go dark, maybe dark purple around his eyes. And whoops, what did I do? I hate it when that thing pops up and I adjust something and I don't realize what I'm adjusting. Did I participate in I didn't. I bought a pass to watch stuff, and I did watch a few things. I watched Aaron Blaze and some others, but I didn't really take too much time to watch that stuff. Oh goodness, am I? I am. Okay. No wonder it was. Okay, so I accidentally did some faceting. So that's the thing with Sculptress Pro. If you have it turned on and you're trying to color your surface, if you have Sculptress Pro turned on, what's going to happen is it's going to decimate or tessimate, whatever word you want to call it, as you're painting. So you can see that I've lost some of the crease detail through these eyes and through the nose. So I need to roll that back and do that again. So let's roll this back. Okay, so to where I filled it, right there. Right here. Okay. This is where I want to start. And I need to turn Sculptress Pro off. Goodness, that wasn't good. All right. Did you watch any of the stuff? Did anyone watch any of the Lightbox stuff this weekend? So I went last year to Lightbox and it was a lot of fun. I had a booth there. I met a lot of really cool people. Gonna fake some ambient occlusion under here and down his neck. And I thought it was a really brilliant idea for them to do the artist alley in like a virtual space, which was really cool. So I could go and check out people's art. But what I mean, that's probably the best you can do, right, with the situation. So I was happy they went about and they did that. But I just miss the interaction with the artists. Like, I met so many of my I would say heroes, you know, my art heroes. Like TB Choi was there, Meekat was there, and then all my friends in the industry like Corey Loftus and just a whole bunch. I don't want to go through the entire list because it would take forever, but it's just, yeah, I miss it. I missed it. I miss seeing my friends that I usually see there, like, because if I also go to another conference called CTN, which is similar, which is Creative Talent Network, and it's more about film, and Lightbox feels like it's a little bit more about 2D art and concepting. But there's a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff at both. But since CTN is kind of closer to the studios, to the film studios, it's fun to go and visit the studios while you're there if you can. Like Disney Features just down the street. Warner Brothers isn't too far away. I've never been to Warner Brothers, but DreamWorks is just around the corner. Really cool stuff. Yeah, Jimmy, I'd love to meet you in person. It'd be awesome. Go drink some beers or some vegan drinks. I don't know. I guess beer is kind of vegan. I'm still not listening to music. I opened it up and I didn't push play. Let's listen to some 9 Inch Nails. Yeah. I haven't filled his teeth in, so his teeth keep changing to whatever color I currently have selected. All right. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do a color on his chin. Maybe go, I don't know. Okay. Let's do let's see. I like his teeth that color, but I'm gonna go a little lighter, but still purple. Sure. I kind of like him being bluish. Okay, let's fill him with this color. And then we can go, whoa. That's not what I wanted. These, there we go. Okay, and then I can grab this darker purple. Let me take it even darker. Grab the airbrush. Yeah, Wildstar, Mordesh. That's right. I forgot. That's a Corey Loftus design, right? It's Corey Loftus's birthday today. If you guys don't know who Corey Loftus is, he is a concept artist that worked on Wildstar, and he also worked on Zootopia. He worked for Disney Feature for a while. He worked on, I can't remember if he worked on Wreck-It Ralph or not, but I know he worked on Zootopia. And I believe he went to Netflix. So he's doing some Netflix stuff. Yeah, he's amazing. And he married one of my favorite character artists of all time, Alicia, or freaking hell, I can't remember. My brain, I swear, my brain. Alina Wooten. So, and they have a little boy together. I shouldn't say I don't think they're married yet, but they're together. Let's just say that. Jeez. Sometimes my brain. All right, this is cool. Yeah, it looks like Thanos, right? Not quite Thanos, but I guess all I would have to do would be to like do something like this. There we go. And then do this. Now he's Thanos. Ah. Silly. Alright. The purple's not helping him not be Thanos, right? So, trying to remember. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start. Oh yeah, Sagat. Right. Yeah, Thanos' younger brother. Sagat. Let's change his color. Sorry, I'm trying not to sing. I'm listening to a little bit of Nine Inch Nails. Love Nine Inch Nails. Okay. Not Z color. I'm trying to remember the color where you can switch it. Oh well, it's fine. I can give him like a dark skin tone, which would be kind of fun. Let's do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done with him for a minute and move on. I want to start sculpting a new guy. Oh yeah, Martian Manhunter for sure. Yeah, you're totally right, Chicken Hawk. Blue guy from The Watchmen. You know, it's like, you know, insert comic character here. It's whoever you want it to be. I don't know. I just lean towards purple for some reason. We can go like completely crazy with the colors and do like let's do a magenta on his forehead. It'd be fun. Why not? Red ears. There he's all warm. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna save this, and we're gonna start a new sculpt. Okay. Yeah, the icon on his, yeah, totally, Sumerian. I get you there. The guy from Guardians. You're talking about Thanos, or a different guy? Can you get those different colors to come out as different materials in Keyshot? Not really. You kind of assign different materials inside of Keyshot, but you can also keep the poly paint at the same time. So you can do different things with them, with the materials, and also keep the colors, which is pretty cool. Okay. Let's like I said, let's start a new character. Oh, that's nice. I still have that magenta selected. Okay, let's load in a new texture. This guy. Another Josh Black design from this awesome page of designs. Let's go back to like a light gray. I love this guy because he just looks like he's been working for months without a break, and he's just like tired. He needs coffee. Drax. Yeah, it kind of looks like Drax. You know, I sculpted Drax for Disney Infinity, and he was a lot of fun. Are my brushes free available? Yes, they are. You can go grab them over on 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can get them over there. Yeah, right here, 3D Character Workshop. Yeah, and here, let me show you just so you don't miss them, because they're kind of down on the page now. So if you go, this is what 3D Character Workshop looks like. If you scroll down here, right here, this is where you get the free brushes from. All right. And I also have a 3D Character Workshop, which is a workshop, which is a course. And this is some of my student work. So if you're interested in that, you can click on this link right here to learn more about the workshop, and you can find out about it right here. Here's some of my work. Yep, if you want to learn about it right there. All right. I know, Jimmy, I've actually been thinking about doing some like I would love to do like, say, Thundercats or something in the style of Infinity, or yeah. Okay. Awesome, Goldie. It'd be awesome to have you in there. I don't know how you say your name, Gold Yamas. Okay. You know, I wondered the same thing. So have you seen those collectibles that they're kind of basing off of the Disney Infinity characters that they only sell? Hey, Angie, how you doing? That they only sell at the Disney store. Have you seen any of those? I have some here. One second. I'm gonna grab some. One sec. Okay, so they're called Toy Box because that's what we called our toy box. But it's funny because they use the exact same. Here, let me see if I can do full cam. There we go. So they use the exact same pictures, like these two right here. I sculpted the Kylo Ren character for Disney Infinity, and then Matt Thorpe posed him, and Matt Thorpe made this one. This is a new one that Disney made, but they're making these characters, and they're posable, and they're taller as well. So pretty cool that they're doing that. Hey, from Argentina, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. SWAT cats? I don't. Yep, Angie here. She's in the stream. She worked on Disney Infinity with me as well. Yeah, they have a whole line of them. It's pretty crazy. I did have kind of an opportunity to work on that, but I was at the time I was kind of done with Infinity. I don't know. Thanks, Angie. How come because I intentionally I'm trying to lose weight, so I went on a whole food plant-based diet. It's working out pretty good so far. Hey, Tim Dan. Oh, Osaka, thank you. I did Osaka as well. Yeah, she's behind me, right? Where is she? She's behind my microphone. You can kind of see her through there. Yep, she is right. Well, she's right there. That's Osaka. This is a character that never got released. Let's see. Grab it. Let's see. So this is this Twi'lek with the, I think her name is Hara. Is that her name? You guys can help me out with that. But yeah, this is a character that, let me see if I can get it into focus here. It's a character that never got released, unfortunately. So nope, this is ZBrush. I'm working in ZBrush right now. Okay. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Angie was on the Toy Box team. So, Angie, you did a lot of the props and stuff for the Toy Box, right? Okay, let's bring... This is going to be... you know, tall heads, the neck connection is always really weird. So I'll just try my best and see if I can get it to work. Oh, you have Osaka behind you? Awesome. Ahsoka? What did I say? Ahsoka? Sokka's from Avatar. No way. My watch is telling me to stand up. I've been sitting too long. All right. Say thanks. I never know how to respond to comments like that. Besides blush, I guess. Okay, Control W will put any masked anything into its own poly group. All right. Love that nose. Look at that nose. So, Jimmy, are those Robin Hood characters for anything in particular, or are they just portfolio pieces? They're going to be released as figures? Because they should be if they're not. Who made Rapunzel for Infinity? That would be Brad Bolander. Brad works for Supercell now. He's in San Francisco with Bryce LaVille St. Martin. I love to say his name. That's another couple of guys I got to hang out with at Lightbox last year. You mentioned you ride a mountain bike. I know it's off topic, but what make do you have? I have a Specialized. Embarrassingly enough, I have a Turbo Levo, which is that's just a fancy word for electric. So I have it's like an electric assistant, which is I don't know. I was super interested in it because I could ride a lot further than on my same power, right? If it's just under my power and I'm just getting into it, I can only go, so far. But with a little bit of a electric boost behind me, I can go like 3 times as far. And it's just a lot of fun. So I enjoy it. Let's see. Split. Learned so much from studying Milt's. Yeah, Milt's best. Oh man, so good. You do, Angie. They are more fun than I thought they would be. Yes. Thank you for saying that. That's what's getting people back on bikes. Yeah. See, I wouldn't ride it nearly as much if it wasn't an e-bike. I'll just tell you that right now. Now, I'm trying to decide with this guy. So I typically don't stretch eyeballs out vertically because they're more difficult to rig. Not that I'm going to rig this guy, but since this guy has these giant eyelids, you can kind of visualize his eyes being that shape behind those eyelids, but you can also visualize them being little spheres as well. So it's kind of I don't know what, I don't know. So I'm just going to stretch them out for now, and if I can make them spherical, I will. But Pedigo dealer in Park City that has some awesome looking models, and they rent them. Oh, okay, Angie. So Angie's from Utah, obviously, like me. You can also go up to Soldier Hollow and rent Rosignol bikes that are e-bikes and cruise around. I haven't done that yet, but you can also, there's tons and tons of trails up at Deer Valley you can take. Yeah, I want to go. Mr. Sanson, does it take a lot of personality and guts to go stylize their cartoons? I don't know if I'd say that. It takes, I'll tell you this, it takes a passion for it. I think that's what you're looking for. It takes passion for it. You have to want to do stylized characters in order to do that. Just like with anything in life, you just have to have kind of a passion for it. Like if you want to learn how to play guitar, you have to have a passion for it, or else you're not going to be into it and you're not going to want to practice. Okay. Finesse. And patience. It takes patience. Oh, goodness. Did I miss any? Usually equate e-bikes to equal not pedaling. No, yeah, that's not okay. So I just got to throw this one thing out, and I'll stop talking about e-bikes. So you might have heard about Simon. You know Simon from like American Idol and America's Got Talent. He wrecked on an e-bike and broke his back, and it sucks because, well, not I like Simon, and it sucks that he broke his back. But the second thing is, it wasn't an e-bike. It was considered, in my opinion, it was considered an electric motorcycle, because exactly what CYYCL Sissel, I don't know how you say your name. Apologies, but it has a throttle, so you can hit it without pedaling, and to me, that's a motorcycle. But they keep calling it an e-bike, which drives me crazy. It's not an e-bike. So my bike, it's an assistant. So there's no throttle. You can't hit it like a motorcycle. You know, you have to be pedaling in order for it to assist you. That's why their what is it called? Motto is "It's you, only stronger," kind of, and that's exactly how it feels. It feels like a bionic version of yourself. It's really crazy because it feels like you're a superhero or something. It's pretty funny. Oh, well, there you go. Cycle. There you go. Got it. I like it. I'm just dumb and didn't pick up on it. Sorry. Sissel. That's what you get from me. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Nice hat. Thank you. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got a picture of my bike I can show you. I'm gonna look at Jimmy's awesome work again for a second. All right. See if I can find it really quickly. Except you got to see all the junk in my garage. But there it is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But see the motor? The motor's down here. And it just assists you, and there's like a little, you can change how much it assists you as well. Yeah, Jimmy, I have actually a long time ago. So I worked with someone that was doing a Kickstarter, and they were doing a book release, and they had a book written and illustrated. Then he approached me to see if I could sculpt the character for it. It was Dozy the alligator. I wonder if I have it. I actually have it back here. You guys want to see it? It was printed in polystone. If you guys know what polystone is, I wouldn't say printed. I would say it was manufactured in polystone. Polystone is kind of like a ceramic material. I actually have just to the right of my camera, I have a really tall Jessica Rabbit, and also in polystone. So, all right, let me grab it. One sec. It's still in the box from my move. Okay. So I gotta actually, it's like an unboxing of it. Hold on a second. Oh. Really? I don't have a knife either. Gosh. I'm just gonna crack into it. There we go. All right. Destroy the box. Okay, ready for the reveal? Here, let me go. Let's go big screen. And it's green too. Good thing we're not doing a green screen. Okay, so let me move my microphone. So Dozy the alligator. Yeah. So this is made in polystone, and it just kind of sits there. But yeah, I sculpted this for the book release, and he gave it as a tier in a Kickstarter reward. But Onage did this, and they released. Let me see. This is in 2014. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of hard to see. I wish I could zoom in with my camera, but it's not that cool. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I've been meaning to get him out, but yay! It's so rewarding to hold your work in your hand. You know, you're sculpting on the computer like this, and it's digital, and you can't really hold it, right? Yeah, they did. They did print it. I just sent them the Z tool, and they took care of the rest. They took care of packaging. They didn't do painting, but they do painting. So, Daniel, the guy I did this for, he actually did the painting in his garage. So. Thanks. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's super fulfilling to hold your own art in your hand, even if you paint digitally and print it out, you know. It's super rewarding that way as well. And I need to adjust these eyes a lot, but we'll do that later when we hit Sculptress Pro. We'll mess it around. Okay, one thing I do have to say about Onage though is they're slow. You know how you can have three things? They always say you can have three things. You can have speed, a good price, or good quality, and you can pick two of those. You can't have all three. That's with like any business ever. Well, Onage is very good priced, very good quality, but they're very slow. So that's the two you get with Onage. All right, let's do. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thank you. That's like to the side. It's crazy that I look so much thinner because I lost a lot, but I've only lost 40 pounds. It's not like a crazy amount. But I think it's mostly in my face or something. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm not discrediting. It is a lot, but oh, awesome, McBobbies. That's awesome. Yeah, sugar is the biggest culprit. So basically, I've cut out sugar, dairy, animal like meats and stuff, and dude, I don't know, Mountain Dew Zero. I'm not gonna say anything about that, but and then oil, and I still do some salts and a little bit of oil, but not much. How tough is it to keep answering the same question every week? Oh man, it's fine. It's fine. There's new viewers every single week, so, and it seems like, you know, they all have the same questions. I don't mind. You know, and I wish I could. I do have to say this. I wish I could put stuff down below on Twitch that is like answers to frequently asked questions, like how big my system is, or why don't you use Dynamesh anymore, or, you know, just, I don't know, questions like that. Yeah, I appreciate it, Brian. Yeah, I don't mind. So I'd rather have people talking and asking questions, and even if they're the same questions over and over, than like not saying anything. Would I upgrade? It depends on what your system currently is right now. So what I would do first, Gold Games, is I would go get ZBrush Core Mini, which is free. It's a free version of ZBrush. Go get that. See how your system responds. And welcome, Mr. Sanson. And ask away, my friend. Ask away. I don't want to discourage it too much. No. All right, let's just get his body in here. All right, we'll just get this. ZBrush is processor heavy. Yep, processors. You'll want the most amount of threads you can get. It's not very RAM heavy, and it's not very GPU heavy, which is your graphics cards. But yeah, ZBrush uses CPU most. Okay, let's get his little pointy nose in here. What happened to it, Neil? What's going on with that thing? That's no fun. Yeah, I got you, Mr. Sanson. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being able to finally stop by. I have a question. I have a character with a long beard like a Viking. My question is, I block the head normally and then add the beard, or block all at once with the beard. I usually block the beard as a separate piece because it depends on what I'll do with it later on. Like if I replace it with more strands, this guy's like Pinocchio. If I replace the block out beard with more hair strands, then eventually I might get rid of the block out altogether. And if I do, it's harder to get rid of that block out if it's actually integrated into the head mesh. So I will typically keep it separate. Plus, it's easier to keep a separation between hair and face if it's a separate piece. Hey Robin, welcome to the stream. New is good. ZBrush absolutely uses multi-threading. It does for sure. Fact. All right. I think I'm ready to combine this thing. I'm gonna give him a mouth. Yep. Unvarying. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let I usually have a bunch of students in here, and I'll let them speak. Okay. You guys, you're making me tear up. Thanks for the love. Okay. So, yeah, the proportions on this guy are not even close, but hey, it's a start. Okay. Let's save this. Josh Skinnyhead. I don't know what to call these guys. I should give them names. Hey, what's up, smartest? How you doing, man? Are you still kicking it in LA, Steven? Steven's another artist you guys should follow, smartest. Still getting smoked out in LA. Oh man. We just had a fire on Temp yesterday, and I thought it was gonna, well, it filled the whole valley with smoke, but I thought it was gonna be worse than it was, but they were on it, so it was pretty bad. Timpanogos is a mountain that's close to me. Steven is from Utah. Well, he lived here for a while, but yeah, above the G. You know what the G is? Okay. The letter G on the mountain. It was like up and behind it. Just, I don't know how it got started. They didn't say. All right. Let's see. Oh, are you kidding, Joe? That's crazy. All right, let's stitch this guy together. Sumerian is also a student. Yes, of course. All right, let's stitch this together. Yeah, I was mowing the lawn yesterday and it smelled like my house was on fire. I was all worried there for a moment. But it was just the valley filled with smoke. All right, I'm just going to turn on Sculptress Pro and blend this together. Saeed, that could be definitely a problem. I always say try and find a tablet if you can. Any tablet, it doesn't matter. But just a tablet, because with a mouse you don't get sensitivity levels. You don't get pressure. It's just one. And I always say it's like having it's like trying to drive a car with a toggle switch instead of a gas pedal. It's not very fun. Yep, foot to the floor, sculpting. It's either 100% or 0. I'm trying to create a good retopology for really spiky hair, but I can't seem to get all the details in the low poly mesh. Oh my goodness. So spiky hair. It's just a matter of, I hate to say it, but it's a matter of patience and just getting in there. What you could do is you could lay it out in like plus signs. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Let's say if this guy had spiky hair. Let me get my drawing tool thinger out here. So basically if you had like spiky hair like this, another spike like this, you could basically do your topology in fours. Like you could go down one side, down the front, down the back, or down this side, and then down the back side, right? So you have 4, and then that's fewer to connect, right? Fewer points, and then like you would start another one here to do the spike, or another one here to do this spike next. Just keep it as simple as absolute possible first. Then after, you can come in and cut the pieces in, and you can cut the like subdivide on the insides of those. So I would just try and keep it as low as absolute possible as you're retopologizing, and then just crank up the detail from there. Don't try and like, you know, do the entire subdivision of each hair at once, like full on. It's kind of like focusing a camera. Start light and then take it to heaviness. What are you talking about, 1025? 2015? I think I was at CTN in 2015. I think so. Okay, let's sneak a mouth in there. And his eyes are driving me crazy though. Yeah, I did a couple of demos at CTN a few of the years. I gave the demos out in the outer hallway. You've only been once. I did. Yeah, that's right. Just gonna scale this up a little bit and then clip it off. There we go. Hey Saeed, oh, you're from Iran. Crazy. Yeah. Well, at least you're able to watch. That's cool. Yes, Cosmin, I talked about that earlier. It is bad to deform the eyes, because you'll have to be creative with the rigging if you deform the eyes. It's possible though to do so. It's just not the best thing to do. So I try to avoid it if I can, but sometimes you can't. Yeah, he looks like he's like totally tired, Dad. Let's see. He's been through it. Okay, let me do where is it? Edge loop mask border. There we go. So there's also, I mean, if you're doing a film or a cinematic, something that's not going to go to a game, you can also you can start with a sphere with a pupil in it, and then wrap it with it's called an FFD, a free form deform modifier. This is like totally technical hatum batum, but inside of Maya you can rig those things, and then it will make a squishy, squashy, stretchy eyeball that you can shape all sorts of different ways, because it's a freeform deform modifier. It's kind of like the modifiers that ZBrush has actually, but you do it and you can keyframe those points and make it squash and stretch. Which if I was to animate this guy with the elongated eyes, that's probably how I would do it. You wouldn't want to do that with a game character. You'd probably have to fix it up with bone somehow. All right, let's extrude this in. not polygroup, polygroup. And I don't do a crazy cavity. All right. I just give it enough that I can make a mouth interior. I don't actually model it out unless I'm going to use it for animation. If you're wondering why it's so shallow. So shallow. But sometimes I will even pull it back farther, but I won't make a whole mouth cavity. I'm going to undo that and make that a little bit bigger. There. Okay, what the heck am I listening to? Yeah, David, I know you like the technical stuff. If you like tech stuff, rigging is where it's at. Also, there's a need for rigging in the industry. So if you're looking to break into either the film or game industry, nobody likes, I shouldn't say nobody, very few people like to do rigging. So if you want to get a job in the, yeah, I would say learn rigging. What? As soon as I get tech. Oh man. Oh, that's hilarious. What's your favorite size Cintiq to work on? I haven't worked, well, okay. I do have an opinion on this. I do not like small Cintiqs, Sam I am. The first one I ever used was a 12-inch, just a little teeny, and it worked great for storyboarding and stuff like that, like sketching. And but there's just not enough real estate on there to do anything productive. So the next one I had was I got a 24 HD at work. That was awesome. I love that 24 HD. And the reason I loved it is because it had buttons built into the surface on both sides. So I loaded those things up with hotkeys. And the one thing I didn't like about it is its aspect ratio. It didn't have 16:9 aspect ratio, and the colors weren't perfect. It was an older version, so the colors weren't great. So it would always throw off my poly painting, or yeah, poly painting, like coloring and stuff. So I decided to upgrade to this one. This one I'm using now is a 27-inch, and it comes with those little remotes that have all the hotkeys. And I ordered one of somebody on here a couple weeks ago suggested that I get some magnets to stick on the back, and it will stick to the surface better, because mine keeps sliding down and falling on the floor. And I don't like to sit and hold it like in my lap or something while I'm sculpting. It just feels weird. I need like access to these 3 fingers. That's why I have a keyboard tray underneath my Cintiq that I use, but I'm getting some magnets because I want to try it. Okay, anyway. So was that you that suggested that me? I can't remember, but I'm excited to try that. And I mean, to their credit, the people at Wacom were super nice about that. I went to GDC a couple years ago, and I told them about the remote not sticking very well, and they gave me a new remote on the spot. I brought it home, and it still didn't stick. So I decided that the problem was in the Cintiq itself and not in the remote. Thanks. 21st century's yesterday. I'm listening to a little In Excess. Love me some In Excess. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Whoops. Stick on Velcro. I don't know if I want to stick Velcro. Maybe. What brushes are these? Hey Edwin, how you doing? These are brushes that I made, and they're based off of other brushes, but I give them away for free on my website if you want to go try them out. Check out 3dcharacterworkshop.com and just scroll down the page and you'll find them. You can try them out. It might, honestly. It might affect the screen. That's a good point. Because I had some speakers next to my monitor that were magnetic for a while, and they changed the color of my monitor. So that's, you're probably not wrong there. And his nose is even more needly than I have it. Needle Nose Ned? What movie? Needle Nose Ned? Ned the Head? I love that movie. Yep, Neil just did. So you can see it on Facebook. Just 3D Character Workshop. You can go there right now. Go grab them. Yeah. Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day. Whoa. The wrong tool there. So I'm going to give him his expression. I usually don't when I'm just doing a, you know, I'm trying to do a default pose, like a T-pose or something. I usually don't put the expression in, but I'm not sure if I'm going to retop this guy or not. I usually won't. Okay. Trying to get this curve, see this curve in his cheek here. See how it's like scooping in to his chin? I want it to come out, but that's also been cheated in 2D, so I don't want it to go too far. It does, Joe. Yep. Hey, Jimmy, I was thinking about Leo, but there's, yeah, I don't know. I want to do them all. Be awesome. Yeah, for sure. There we go. Forehead. I want it to be bigger. Yep. Mumra. In the swords, right? The swords are characters unto themselves. Hey Kev, it is. I don't know if you have this user interface, but if you do, you can always hover over anything, hold down Control like so, and it will show you the button path. You can see across the bottom there. See it says Brush, Auto Masking, Backface Mask. So that's where it lives. So Brush, Auto Masking. Where are you, Auto Masking? Can't see it. There we go. And Backface Mask. So there's Topologicals here, and Backface Mask is here. That's where they're at. Am I still working and where? I will do an occasional freelance job, but I'm no longer working. I've started my own business teaching. That's what I do full time. And I've been doing it for the last 3 years. And I wasn't expecting that to happen, but it just kind of happened. So that's what I'm doing now. And this guy is so tired. Hey, Vinnet, how are you? Let's see, duplicate. Yeah, no worries. Gotta give him his tired lower lids too. Tired dad eyes. Or after working in crunch at a game studio for too long. Just like, ugh. Coffee isn't doing anything anymore. I like how his upper eyelids are kind of also curved down and tired, like that. See how much it changes his personality? Just got to make sure you pay attention to stuff like that. So tired. How did you start teaching as your main career? Was it from these kind of workshops and it expanded? Yeah, if you want to know the story, I can tell you a little bit. So I was working at Disney Interactive on Disney Infinity, and I got an opportunity to do some tutorials for digital tutors. And I don't know if anybody here has watched any of those. But they went over really well, and they were watched by a lot of people, and a lot of people liked the way I teach, or I taught. So I decided that I wanted to try one on my own. Yeah, and now it's Pluralsight, right? Pluralsight. Anyway, so I made a tutorial, and I put it on Gumroad, just a little one. And a lot of people like that one, but I figured I could probably take it and go bigger with it and make a full-on course, because just the smaller ones are kind of hard because it doesn't take you from A to Z, right, through the whole pipeline. And yeah, that bird was a rush job. I apologize for that one. But so I did one on Gumroad and it did okay, and I wanted to take it larger, so I made bigger one, and I told people about it, and they got on my emailing list, and I had a whole bunch of people waiting for it. And then I charged more because it was a full course. It had, you know, A to Z, everything in it. And it way more people purchased it than I thought they would. So, and then they kept purchasing it. So now three years later, I'm still doing it. I'm still releasing new content and thinking about new courses, and yeah. Hey, what's up, Sean? So it's been a crazy ride, not gonna lie. And the reason I wanted to create it is because the game industry is kind of volatile. It's like, how you say it? Volatile? Meaning that there's a lot of downtime. Well, there can be downtime, and you can have to change companies often. It depends on where you live and how well the company is doing. My longest stint was at Disney Interactive, which was 10 years. But before that, I would be going from company to company to company, and I just wanted a kind of a safety net, you know, so when I did get either laid off or the company shut down or whatever, I would have kind of a safety net, you know, so I wouldn't have to be scrambling to pay the bills. So I decided to teach in between, and make a course that I could just kind of take care of on the side, but it became the main thing. And I love it. I love it. I've loved every minute of it. It's been awesome. You know, the most rewarding part, I have to say, is when the students go on to get work from the things that they've learned in the course. That is the most rewarding that I wasn't expecting at all. So that's been awesome. Have I ever been to FanX? Absolutely. Yep. I used to cosplay as Silent Bob from Jay and Silent Bob with my friend John Day. I have some pictures if you guys want to see. Yeah, I did. I did one with Smartest, actually, with Steven. You remember that, Steven? Did a modeling panel. What year? The first year. Was it, or was it the second year? I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Yep, the Star Wars speed sculpt. That was fun. Okay, I think he's still too wide. There we go. Was it the first year? That first year was a blast. That's the first year I dressed up as Silent Bob, and it was just fun because people just wanted to take pictures, and it's like a temp celebrity for a day. I gotta show you guys. And we took second in a cosplay contest, which was fun. Hold on a second. Oh, I have too many albums. That's how I can find it. Oh, there it was. All right, you guys ready? There you go. No, it was my friend John Day. It wasn't Steven. Steven was on the panel with me. Yep. And no, I don't smoke. That's a fake cigarette. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Steven could probably pull off Jay. All right. Oh, jeez. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Candy cigarettes. Oh goodness. Yeah, and Steven, you probably wouldn't wouldn't be big on what they kind of stand for. They're a couple of potheads. Am I going to update the full 3D character workshop? The way you teach in the male bus is really good. Algos, I have some plans that's coming. I don't want to reveal too much right now, but I'm going to. I have lots of plans to, yes, update the whole thing, and it's in the way that I did the bust. So I'm glad you said that, because it kind of gives me what is it? What am I trying to say? It gives me hope for it. So, and I'm trying to make it more affordable as well. I want to break it up so it's not just everything in one. So you can kind of a la carte it, you know, buy it in pieces. But I really want to do more characters, so you can purchase different characters. So, yeah, exciting things. I can't get into it too much. Little dip right there. There's a dip in his lip. All right. He has a longer neck. How can he have a longer neck than what I have? That's just okay. Let's fix it. Yeah, the good kind of potheads. Oh man. I actually met Kevin Smith dressed as Kevin Smith. That was fun. But he wasn't too impressed, because he sees it all the time, you know. There we go. Holy long neck. Hello from Indonesia. Hello. So, Kinotastic, I need to figure out. So, my buddy that played Jay, I guess he played Jay, he has since moved to Germany, I think, and so I need to find someone else to cosplay as. Oh, I know, right? Oh. But now that I've lost weight, I don't. Well, I guess I look like current Kevin Smith, not previous Silent Bob. Okay. Better give him some nostrils, huh? Can't breathe without nostrils. It's interesting how he's just got this little, like this little heat. Do you choose to sculpt in ZBrush more often? It depends on what I'm working on. If I'm trying to keep things super clean, then I'll work in a ZBrush mesh. But if I'm just trying to experiment and find the shapes, then like this, I usually work in Sculptris Pro. John Wick. Hey, that's not a bad idea. John Wick. I like John Wick. That'd be fun. Rich, I do. Yep. Oh my goodness, what the heck is this song? Ugh. Oh, it's Simply Red. That doesn't sound like Simply Red. Sounds like the Bee Gees or something. Okay. There we go. That's better. Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Here we go. It's on. Wish I could play it for you guys. Getting a little too close to his eye there. Pays for entire winter's worth of bills. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean it's. I'm sad that the the ZBrush Summit. I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but I would imagine most likely it's not gonna happen. And I'm totally sad about that, and because that's my Christmas, I guess, my yearly vacation. Go see my sculptors in arms like Steven and whoever else happens to show up. That's a heck of a lot of fun. Just trying to build up this skin in front of his eye right here. It goes up to his nose. Yeah, I haven't heard, honestly. Rizom UV? I have not. One, two. I'm kind of liking the subtle smile lines he's got going on there. It's weird. It's weird that it's doing something with this side that's not happening with this side. So I'm gonna mirror it. And then mirror and weld it. There we go. It's better. Dude, I got to give a shout out to David really fast too. So David is one of my students, but he's also a programmer, and he's taken it upon himself to make a 3D Character Workshop plugin for ZBrush that does all sorts of really cool things, including a Sculptress Pro level selector. You know how I'm sitting up here noodling with this subdivide size? There's going to be fixed subdivision sizes that we can mess with, and you know how Sculptress Pro is based off of how big your model is in your scene. I'm really excited for this. Is you can just hit a button to scale your model up like 50% and then scale it back down when you're done, so you can get the resolution that you need. So looking like Jeeves. I haven't heard of Jeeves for a long time. Holy cow, Jeeves. Yeah, so thank you, David, from the bottom of my heart, and all the students. So it's in beta right now. We're just testing it. And that's just only one piece. There's a whole bunch of cool little things. There's like a reference image organizer. It's kind of like, what is it called? Pure Ref, but inside of ZBrush, and you can save it out and stuff. I mean, you kind of can already, but it's a little bit more user friendly. I love this fill brush. So I also need to give a shout out to SK. SK, he's another sculptor on here from Japan, and he actually presented at last year's ZBrush Summit. And he made this fill brush that I've done some tweaking to, But this fill brush is based off of his brush, so I gotta give a shout out to him. Hey JJ, how's it going? I'm gonna give this guy some pupils. He needs pupils. Yeah, there we go. He's so tired. Okay. Oh, this guy makes me laugh. Yeah, this concept is from Josh Hunter Black. Joshua's a good friend of mine. He just does some really great character designs. And I love characters that have this really strong eye socket with an eyelid, and just all of the structure in here is just really appealing to me. I love when it's like that on animals. Like, it gives them a human quality. You know, like a lot of the Disney characters do that. Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome. All right, let's give him some eyebrows. All right. This is just the topology brush if you've never seen it before. You can just draw, and wherever you make 4 points, it will make a quad, like so. And I just cleaned it by holding down Alt and drawing on the surface and letting go, and it cleaned off all the little tails. And now I just want to make a single-sided version of this. Sweden will get Disney Plus tomorrow. Oh, awesome. So my ancestors are Swedish, from Sweden. That's where my last name Olson comes from, is Swedish. I would love to get to Sweden. I've never been. Okay, you can't see it now, but I'm going to split unmask points. Belgium gets that too tomorrow. Awesome. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Now, with the new dynamic, or Dynamesh, not Dynamesh, jeez, why did I hit that? Dynamic subdivisions, you can add thickness. You probably heard that by now, but you can just get to that down here and just kind of crank up the thickness, and it will start adding it right here. And I don't want it to be super sharp, so it's a little too thick. Yeah, something like that. So I can do uncrease all like this. That's not what I do want to do that. Uncrease all. But then I'm going to hit this button called post subdiv right here. And that's basically saying you want the thickness to happen after the subdivision happens. So then it'll look like this. And I want it nice and soft, not a hard edge. Do you have any resources on slicing up models for 3D printing? Not really. I talk about it a little bit in my course, but not too much. What version of ZBrush do you use? This is 2021. This is the latest version. All upgrades for ZBrush are free, so it's a good idea to upgrade to get all the latest gadgets. Oh yeah, Steven. See? Yeah, so dude, it's been so long I totally spaced it. Yeah, about cutting the model. Dude, okay. You should message me after this and we'll talk about it. Because it will fit what is happening with the 3D character workshop in the future, so And I want to give a shout out to Steven. So Steven took one of my models and cut it up for 3D printing. The cowboy in the back that's riding the dinosaur right here. You can see this back here. And I actually have a video of it. Right here, you can see it coming apart and going back together on my website. So 3dcharacterworkshop.com. See it back here coming apart and going together. So I don't have anything in the course currently that talks about this, but Steven recorded himself doing this. And I would love to do a course with Steven and figure this out. So yeah, thanks for reminding me, man. Yeah, it turned out great. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. It still has Sculptress Pro on. Okay, sometimes I get fooled by this dynamic thickness because it's still just a single-sided mesh, right? With thickness. So I'm like trying to inflate it. There's nothing to inflate because it's a single-sided mesh. That's not going to work. I can give it more thickness here. There we go. Yeah, that works. And then I can kind of bury it into the surface a bit. You do the same thing? Yeah, I'm just not used to it at all. I'm just like, what? Why isn't it inflating? It starts to go. All right, let's make this match those brows. This guy's making me laugh. All right. Yep. Like, why isn't this inflating? What's going on? All right, let's give this guy some color. Maybe something like this. And we can go a little bit darker. And then his eyes, I want him to kind of have bloodshot eyes a little bit. He's so like just done. Not stoned, just bloodshot. Okay. I like the idea of having his pupil this kind of orange color. So, but darker, like a darker orange. All right. I need to give him some hair too. This looks like a guy at work. That's funny. It's just like tired. Just like, oh man. If the boss makes me work one more Saturday. I'm using kind of this dark orange color rather than, I usually do red, but for this guy, I'm kind of wanting to keep it all in the same color palette. You have a screenshot to show him. This looks like you. this tired guy looks just like you. Oh man. I don't know how I would take that. See what a little bit of purple on his upper eyelids look like. So tired. Get this guy a nap. You can just kind of see him sighing, right? He's just like, oh man, so tired. Give him a bit of redness in his eyes. All right. Well, he needs his clothes and his beard and his hair. You know, there's still a ways to go. And this is we're about done for this session. You worked as a 3D artist 20 years ago. Did you make complex modeling? Was there any lack of tools as opposed to today? Defining whole characters with 20 tries, either a miracle or 2-minute box shaping. So, well, yeah, there was. I started back on the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation 1 and the Game Boy, and they were all, so a lot of what came through was in the texture. So you had to fake lighting and texture, you had to fake shadows, you had to fake form and all of that stuff in the textures itself. So there was a lot of that, but there was also there was just box modeling. There wasn't sculpting back then. Sculpting didn't exist. You were sculpting by moving points in space. Man, it makes me feel super old. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, Xanax guy. It's like, ugh. And then you know, through the years it got better and better until finally there was digital sculpting when ZBrush arrived on the scene. And I'll have to admit, when I first used ZBrush, when it first came out, it was more of kind of a toy or a gimmick, because you couldn't really get anything out of it that was usable at the time. This was like ZBrush 1. I remember downloading like the very first, just as the very first download you could get. It was only like, I think I bought it for like $80 or something like that. I can't remember. It was really, really cheap. And I think it was actually free in the beginning. And but yeah, it was just, like I said, it was just a toy to play with and sculpt on, and then you were able to get maps out of there. But I didn't really get serious about it until we started working on Disney Infinity, where we had to make toys. All of a sudden, we weren't doing games anymore. We had to make toys, and that was like a whole different ball game. And we had to print it, 3D print it, and we had to make it into a manufacturable item. And none of us on the team, we were all game artists. We weren't toy artists. So we didn't know what we didn't know, and we decided, hey, we just want toys that we would love to have on our shelf, right? So that's kind of the path we took, and we ran into some issues along the way for sure, but for the most part, yeah, it worked out. Oh, Davy Jones. So Brad Bollender made Davy Jones. Yeah, he did a fantastic job with him. I worked on what's the other, not Jack, but the other one, Captain, the other captain. Gosh dang it, my brain, I swear. Barbosa. Thank you. I worked on Barbosa, and yeah, with Sam Nelson helped me with the concept, and that was fun. I came up with the idea of the monkey pointing along with him on his hand. I'm halfway through your course. Any tips on to stay motivated and not being lazy? I'll tell you what my good friend Alan 2 told me a while back, which I don't know where he got it from, but, and this goes with anything, okay? Anything you don't really have the motivation to do, but you know you need to do it, is do anything for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Do anything for 15 minutes. So usually what happens is you'll get started and you'll continue. You'll start to have fun with it and you'll keep going. But the hardest part is getting started, right? And once you get started, that's like it takes like it's like a freight train, right? It's hard to get started, but once you get going, it's hard to stop. So that's yeah, that's I'll grade you. That's I should know. I don't do grades, but anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. So do anything for at least 10-15 minutes. Just get started. And then even if you don't want to, just try it. And then after 10 minutes, if you're still not into it, then you know, like, okay, I got to come back to this later. It's not, I'm not into it right now. So I'll try it later, you know. So anyway, okay, I think I'm going to end on that note. Great questions today, everyone. Here's our naked, tired, sad guy. And we'll continue with this guy next week. All right, we'll see you all next Monday. Have a fantastic week. And as always, you can get my brushes for free over on 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And I also teach this stuff if you want to learn it. You can also find information over on that website. We'd love to have you. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I know you guys have plenty of other things to do other than hang out with me, so I really appreciate it. Anyway, take care, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you next Monday. All right, cheers.